Welcome back to Mama Loves Manga, and welcome back to another video in this haul that I'm doing. So today I will be talking about manga that I purchased from one of my favorite local shops. I use air quotes because it's not technically local to me because I reside in Oklahoma, and in the town that I live in, we don't really have a comic shop that I'm aware of. We did at one point, but I think it closed. I need to look into that because if it's still open, I would absolutely walk in there and see what they have, especially if they have manga, but I think they're closed. That being said, I do visit Boulder fairly frequently because I have a good chunk of family there. Every time I go there, I have to stop by Time Warp Comics. I really like it. The staff is great there. And if I lived there, I would try to work there. Like, that's how much I enjoy it. They could really use some color and some feminine energy in there, TBH. We'll start at the top of this little stack. I have Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt. This is a more recent collection of short stories centered around Panty Stocking and Garterbelt. I never saw the anime or anything like that. I really only know about this because of one of my friends who has mentioned this to me. And so when I saw this, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And I do enjoy it. I think it's funny. The humor is kind of right up my alley. It is very vulgar, crude, ridiculous, and I enjoy it. Booted out of heaven for gross immorality, sisters Panty and Stocking Anarchy are trying to earn their way back by exorcising evil ghosts under the command of their dubious preacher man boss, Garterbelt. And evil doesn't stand a chance when good is prepared to engage in wrath, sloth, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, and even sometimes a little pride. So that gives you an idea of what this is. It is very ridiculous. This was fun, and I don't regret purchasing it. Next, I grabbed volumes 1 and 2 of Witch Hat Atelier. I have been eyeing this for so long. Ever since the first volume came out, I've been eyeing this and putting it off because I was trying to wait because I do have quite a few series that I'm currently collecting and things on my TBR. But when I saw this there, I went ahead and picked them up. Now, later I realized that Right Stuff had a bundle sale of the first, I think, 4 volumes. So I was a little bit pissed at myself for not waiting. But then I remembered that, you know, I support small local businesses, and it made me feel a lot better. I was like, okay, you know what? I'd rather give my money to a small local shop anytime that I can. So I'm not super mad, but it would have been nice to have had that bundle. But in any case, I'm glad I have these. I have not started reading them yet, but oh my goodness, you can tell from just the cover that these are absolutely, the art is absolutely stunning. It's so gorgeous. Next, I picked up Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles Volume 1. Miss Koizumi loves ramen noodles, and Yu likes Miss Koizumi. But she soon discovers the only way to get closer to this cool, mysterious transfer student is to become her pupil on the path of the one thing Miss Koizumi really cares about. And you know what that is, don't you? Written and drawn by real-life ramen lover Naru Narumi and translated by Japanese chef Ayumi Kato Blystone, Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles is a fun food manga that will show you around the authentic ramen culture of everyday Japan. What makes for a great bowl? Get into the noodles, the toppings, the broth, street stalls, restaurants, local specialties, home cooking, and yes, cup ramen too. You'll slurp down a whole new knowledge of Japan's greatest fast food that even many Japanese don't know. But Miss Koizumi does. Ramen is one of my favorite foods, hands down. I love carbohydrates. I love noodles. I love noodles and broth. And then if you want to put stuff in it, I'm always down to eat noodly broth things. Ramen, pho, mulnaengmyeon, that's a Korean thing. Like, I love noodles, okay? So when my husband and I went to Japan, that was like the thing that we probably ate the most. We love ramen in this house, and I'm very excited to read this manga about ramen. So one of the things I always check while I'm at Time Warp is their clearance tower, because you never know what gems you might find in there for very cheap. And I may or may not have mentioned on this channel my love for the Blood Plus series, at least the main one. It's a 5-volume series, and I adore it. It's about vampires, kind of, anyway. But anyways, love it. I was aware that there are spin-offs and sequels and such, but I was never super motivated to pick them up until I saw them on the clearance tower. So here I have Blood Plus Adagio volumes 1 and 2, and I got these for 99 freaking cents. In the 2-volume Blood Plus Adagio manga series, Kumiko Suekane explores the rich Blood Plus mythos further, serving up a prequel to the production IG Aniplex anime series and taking us back to one of Saya and Hagi's first missions for the Red Shield. On the eve of the Russian Revolution, our favorite Chirupturin hunting duo, and I never can remember how to pronounce it, is it Chirupturin or Chirupturin? Anyway, masquerades as members of Tsar Nicholas Romanov's Royal Chamber Orchestra. My heater's turning on. I apologize! Saya begins to uncover some of the strange secrets of the Romanov royal family and finds some hideous Chirupturin beasts who are doing a little masquerading of their own. Blood Plus Adagio is a unique addition to the Blood Plus horror fantasy universe, and this short series embraces the same mix of action, humor, and horror elements that made the original Blood Plus manga series such a bestseller. Continuing with the Blood Plus theme, I have Blood Plus Kowloon Nights. In his years as a Hong Kong police officer, Nishi Tatsuyoshi has never seen murder victims like the ones being found in the abandoned Kowloon walled city. Bodies completely drained of blood are showing up, and rumors of vampires are swirling, forcing Officer Nishi into uneasy alliances with the Chirupturin hunting Red Shield organization and with Hagi, Saya's mysterious chevalier, in order to stop further bloodshed. Hot on the heels of Dark Horse Manga's Blood Plus and Blood Plus Adagio manga series, and spinning out of the hit Blood Plus anime series, Blood Plus Kowloon Nights features Saya's handsome follower and protector, Hagi, in a gripping solo adventure that takes place in the years between Saya's infamous Vietnam incident and the events in the Blood Plus anime series. That was a lot. Basically, it's a spin-off. Moving on, I have volume 1 of Still Sick. So, I'll read the back of this just to let you know. This is a GL manga. Also, I see you Tokyo Pop trying to make a comeback. Makoto Shimizu is just an ordinary office worker, blending in seamlessly with her colleagues on the job. That is, until her co-worker Akane Miyakawa discovers her well-hidden secret. In her spare time, she draws and sells Girls Love comics. Akane is the last person Makoto would think of as a nerd, but as the two grow closer, it starts to seem like Akane may have a secret of her own. I know I don't know you, but I want you so bad. Hey, everyone has a secret, oh, can they keep it? Oh, no, they can't. Last but not least, I repurchased She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai and Tsubasa Yamaguchi. This is one I've talked about in an older video. I think it's a year old by this point. I really liked this a lot, but I had given this to a friend of mine to read, and I don't know if she's ready yet. Sarah, if you're watching this video, girl, have you read this? It's about a young woman living on her own and like dealing with work and love and things like that. But it's kind of told from the perspective of her cat, who really loves her, and it's super sweet. And actually, I'll just read the back of the book because it sums it up pretty well. This is the story of Miyu, a woman who lives alone with her cat, Chobi. As Miyu navigates the world of adulthood, she discovers both the freedom and loneliness that come with living independently. And Chobi learns of the outside world through her actions. Time drifts slowly for Miyu and her cat, but the harsh realities of the world soon catch up. I know that it doesn't appeal to everyone, but it absolutely appealed to me, and I knew that I would want to read this again, so I went ahead and just bought myself another copy so Sarah can keep the one that she may or may not have read. So that's what I picked up from Time Warp in Boulder, Colorado. What I would like to know is, what is your favorite comic shop in your area? Or do you even have a comic shop in your area? If you don't, is there one that you go to when you travel? Like, is there a town that you travel to relatively often and you like to check out their local comic shops? Let me know down below. Let's chat about that. And also, of course, let me know if you've read any of these titles. And on that note, I'm gonna go sit down and read your manga. Bye.